All right, today we are doing LA again in the morning and then headed to Disneyland. But I thought it'd be a nice way to pay homage to Walt Disney by going and visiting all the houses that he lived in while he was alive in LA. First stop on the tour is the Kingswell house. That is the first address I found when doing research about where Walt lived, so that is where we're headed first. I'm at 4406 Kingswell Avenue in Los Angeles, and it is where Walt Disney's first house, and I cannot believe that this is not like a historical landmark. Kind of baffling to me that this place is going to be torn down, and kind of sad. Walt lived right here in LA. Man, crazy. Now I do want to let people know that these houses, other than this one, have people that live in them. I'm not going to be intrusive. I'm not going to be like zooming in. The only reason I looked over the fence on this one is because it is being demolished. It is for sale. We looked it up for $1 million. That is nothing for a house in LA. I'm here at 2719 Hyperion Avenue Boulevard. I think it's Avenue. And this is the home of the original Walt Disney Studio that Walt first did. So not the one that's still standing now, because it is now a Gelson's supermarket. Very strange. You can, I don't know. This has been like kind of sadder than I thought it was gonna be. It was gonna be more fun. But it's very strange that this was the home of the original Walt Disney Studio, where all the silly symphony shorts were made. All those really cool old Snow White was made there, and it was right here on the footprint of this Gelson's supermarket. The Hyperion Studio is one of my favorite eras in Disney history. It is just a very interesting time for the Walt Disney Company, trying to find its footing as a major player in the studios of LA at the time, and it is just very, very interesting, and kind of a bummer that it doesn't exist. This is the second house on our stop here. This is the Lyric Avenue house. And like I said, I'm not going to be bothering people that live here, because there are people who live in these houses, and I don't want to be a nuisance, but this is part of history. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff here, the Lyric Avenue house. So we are at 4053 Walking Way. Hard to see, but this was the house that everyone referred to as Walt's Castle. And again, people live here, so we're not going to go up to the driveway and be a nuisance. We're not those kind of people, but you can see he had just an amazing view of LA, and still very close to the Hyperion Studio, which was really, really cool. But this is really pretty. 4053 Walking Way. And the last house on our list here is 355 North Carrollwood Drive. And this is the last house that Walt lived in. Again, residential, not gonna go and disturb anything, but just driving by and seeing where Walt lived. He would pull up in this driveway every day coming home from working at either Disneyland or the studio. Pretty amazing. And you can Google all these. There's like images of all these houses if you want to see what they look like. Some of the ones you couldn't see very well. I actually will probably throw them in the video so you can see them there.